in fact, here. As I've got a few blind spots in my eyes now, thanks to L Eclipse. Anyway, we are here in Qatar. No funny. We have missed the first third session due to technical difficulties, mainly involving the fact that I tried. Well, it just didn't let me stream really, and then I prioritized more stuff into paneling solar eclipse onto my camera, so then I shamelessly promote it on social media. So the order of as you got narrow fastest again, with Sasaras behind him and Jaden in third, all separated by just over 2/10. Stelios in fourth in his Audi. Anyway, enough silence. So 2.5 minutes to go. Your current order is Naris on pole with Sasaras, Jaden, Stelios, Danny, Frankie, Fire, Blitz, and Sam. That was a fucking wank eclipse. All that happened was, well, you know, at least I'll be able to commercialize it. Regardless, let's just focus on some laps. I think we ought to focus on some laps after focusing on a big ball of hydrogen in the sky. Right, it'll be the first driver. It will be Danny who will be completing his lap first. Obviously, last finished runner-up. Actually, no, he didn't finish runner-up. No, he dropped to third at the very end, I think, because Jaden was able to leap him by the end. As he will begin his flying lap. He is currently, yeah, literally just under 5/10 off of provisional pole. So, for improvement on the circuit, he might find himself decently high up. So obviously, flags to slow. But you know, it's like he's at 57.9 in the middle sector. What could be his second race of the season? If I'm like Ferrari, he's got a little string. He starts with the Cadillac. The next person to come through the left-hander, pretty much flat out. To the left-hander now before he lines up for the final corner. A little bit of a straight mode action there. Down in one, two hammer on this long up to the line. FX7 down little bit of an improvement, but to see a gain in position. Next person up by a 10 into what really upset anyone in the top 3. It's a little bit of improvement. Behind him, it's his teammate Naris. Can he extend his advantage at the top? He is currently on provisional pole from 7 to A7, so Red Fire Tigers will start 8th line. So he stays 3rd. So that is the standings for qualifying. You've got Naris on pole again, as on the front row he is joined by his Greek compatriot of Sassouras as Jaden in 3rd. Invalidator's final run, Stelios in 4th. So first, 3rd and 4th are the Greek representatives. Then Samuel Drake Lee in 5th out qualifies his teammate. Danny in 6th, Frankie in 7th. Obviously we just mentioned Fire and I forgot his name already. That's rude of me. Blitz starting in 9th. I think we can now safely unplug my camera after it has taken in a nice dosage of light today. Just try and not delete it. So where's the fucking thing? Ow! Cunt! Oh well, formation lap. We'll check who did what on the formation lap in a second as I quickly just plug in the transfer thing from my camera into my phone as I take the USB out. Welcome to Durex Guide to Counterfeiting Videos. I hope you enjoy it. So, it is now in the cell device. Now we'll see how much data is actually on this thing. So there's 855 megabytes of video. So there's 11 videos total. They're all... move them all from my internal feeds. Reno. Anyway, let's just do the formation lap check, the important for. So, bit of a diverse choice of strategy. So you got 4 people on the mediums. That being the top 2 of Naris and Sassouras, then the 2 at the back of Fire and Blitz. Then you got 4 people on hards. You've got Jaden, Sam, Danny, and Frankie. And then Stelios on the softs. So I wonder who'll be making the first pit stop tonight, if I'm being completely frank. Turn off my camera so that it doesn't kill itself. Anyway, here we are. All drivers lined up on the grid here in Qatar on a track mainly made for bicycle racing. 5 red lights. Lights out. Away we go. Naris once again with an absolutely blistering start. Does not lose the position, but Stelios on the softs is looking very eager into turn 1. Tries to go down the inside. He managed to make up one move already on Jaden, so those softs counteract hard by the Mercedes. So that position gain, Deriati behind Rectified Tigers using that the mediums to jump the hard runners as Frankie falls all the way to the back on his. So Blitz using his media. So all apart from Samuel Drake Lee, all hard runners places. With this Ferrari duet in the midfield, could we see a tactical switch to benefit the on the opening stages? Naris keeps the lead, as he has for pretty much every single week so far. Now obviously Qatar, the whole thing about Qatar is right, because it's a circuit where a lot of it is mainly to do with battery, and to do your battery you need to be able to hard brake. I've lost my words because of I'm concentrating on something else. So okay, I'll just cover what happened. So Samuel Drake Lee did get overtaken by Red Fire Tiger. Meanwhile, what I was trying to point out is Qatar, because it's a very flowy circuit, it doesn't have many hard braking zones. Like, you can argue the only 2 really hard braking zones are the ones at turn 6 and the one we're about to come up to, but this one's like a much less hard braking zone because this is like just a tap of the brake on certain lap times. So the case, a lot of people will be very manageable main sections like this, which used to be completely flat out. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50 compress into a minute. Right. We are 3 laps in. Red Fire Tiger has made another overtake on Jaden. So now every single hard runner has dropped a place. So that obviously benefits Red Fire Tiger. Started second last and now is 4th. Still, the pocket from the front 3, the Greek 3, has seriously oh, he's got boost. This, you know, boost at the end of the day. At the front, everyone's under fuel, so I think most people, well, are going, which means they will be relying heavily on lift and through sections like this, or maybe like out of the penultimate corner track. So there's we already know there's 29 laps. On the front left is hideous, so if I'm seeing. Another thing on penalties, which is quite ironic considering we just got one, it's very easy, if you can't tell, to run wide. So Frankie, battery, down the outside, and he's passed. So yeah, it's very easy to run wide at circuit, especially like this is a very hot, this is a hot spot for going Fire and Jaden. This is involving Very defensive from the Mercedes. As a, yeah, very, I'm going to repeat this, I'm going to sound like a broken record, but you're going to be running wide. There's a lot of places where you can run wide very easily. So Frankie may not be the only one with a penalty coming. He'll probably get a speeding penalty if we're being completely ourselves. 4 laps in, actively conserving fuel, because at this rate, the winner of the race will be Blitz, who's currently in P9, right. Jaden gets past Fire with the boost, so does Samuel Drake. So Fire in the space of 20 meters, slightly more maybe, has gone from 4th to 6th, and the gap between the front runners in the top 3 and the mid pack is going wider and wider. 6th of the way through the race. Although with the nature of the circuit, I did mention it's a very flowy track. The hards may have already started to be the mediums, so this could just be the mediums like showing their easy degradation, you could say. But I say that mediums being degrading easily. You got Stelios at the front with softs, and he's holding on fine, clearly. Let's just see what his middle sector split is. So he's only half a second off of his middle sector personal best, so not the worst in terms of whatever's said and done. See the state of the front left on the like puts throttle with a little bit by the engine noise. Foreshadow of possible lift and coast outcomes. I was just trying to say, the out. I want to be one of. I think there's like quite a neutral pit lane, because yes, it's extremely long, but I think it is, because it's not like per se in like a track like Baku. It's like slower than that one, but then again, you know, it spans the entire start-finish straight, which in itself takes 7 seconds, even more, to traverse in race mode. Gets past F1 Union. Potential double stack. I think the team that needs to be worried is in Ferrari, because their drivers are separated within a second. Just, the Audi pair are a bit more. The only other factor is that those two are directly gets a 3-second penalty. He is now part of the 6-second. If he is Frankie, is there any damage? There can't be damage on that Cadillac, surely. If you're getting damage, then it's an impressive achievement, to be honest. Well, no pit lane yet. Might see an overtake here, so we'll just quick to the. So we got Danny on Fire. Hards on mediums. The mediums definitely trying to go weak. In got past down the inside of turn 1. The traction there. Red Fire Tiger goes slightly off track. You can see the hards have got better traction around. Definitely got into their groove. Fakes the inside, goes around the outside. Danny around the outside of Fire. Left. But he didn't get slightly pushed wide, so he has to back out, or else it would have been an illegal overtake. Valiant effort, but in the end results to Nish. Open the gap to 1.2 seconds to the guy in second. We'll have a potential overtake here. We have an overtake here. Simon Drake Lee on the straight gets past Jaden into turn one. No overtakes from anyone yet, so I think the memo right now, overtaking into turn one, except by, but because this track is very wavy, you don't see many overtakes. This overtakes you can see. Down the inside into turn 5, Danny gets the move. Really paying. It's worth the wait on the hards right now. 9 laps in, and he's overtaken Fire, who's drawn. He went from 4th all the way down to 7th now, as Samuel Drake Lee is on the back of the podium. So he obviously started on the hard, dropped down a bit, was behind his teammate momentarily whilst sticking, and now he's fighting for a provisional P3 here, but he has the 3-second time penalty, which will obviously bump him down a few places. He's taking to the final corner, especially with the whole boost mode shenanigans. Elios on 10, these players at the same rate as some of the medium runners, so you know, I would find it really funny if one of the medium runners boxed Boyer left of Blitz's V, you expect with some cars. It is very easy to get a puncture around here, so I'm very much with the puncture range now. It's just a matter of time until he gets it. You can see Samuel Drake Lee momentarily pulled alongside, and that is your grip there. The hard's much grippier than the softs at this stage in play. I don't know if it's me just lagging. He's absolutely hemorrhaging speed now on those tyres. Jaden now side by side with him momentarily. Can he try and line up the move before the boost mode detection? Or will he even get through Stelios' best of perspective? Stelios is in, as Danny is now on the back of Jaden, using boost. So it's boost on boost, down one. No move. As Stelios has found himself in the pit box. Promising start, as we are just over a third of the way to the race. One stop up ahead, you saw Samuel Drake Lee go wide slightly, potentially. Naris just pulling away. 3 seconds the gap now to his compatriot. Oh, his voice chat suspended, isn't it? Shit. Apologies. It's just for some reason any moves like point no hit to a speeding penalty. I don't think it was very close. I think it's but there we go. It's 2 out of the 3 in the direction that hard as but what will the difference between the 2 Greek drivers be? Will it be Stelios ahead? I think hit lift off, and he is comfortably ahead. Frankie, 3-second penalty, so he has now got 1 second worth of penalties around here. Nearly as bad as a speeding penalty, Christ. So, just switch one, I think, might be slightly more informational. Harris is it. So Sam Drake Lee or now the side by side into turn 2 now. Trying to use any traction left on those tyres to potentially help him. I missed it. Red Fire Tiger was in the pit lane, so he has dropped down to 8th now. So every single driver on the field now is on the hard compound tyre, and race leader Harris 16 seconds. We're just staying out for, I say, like another 3 to 5 laps. Tires cope. Uses the sound, using a little bit of his extended battery. Has boost mode. Can he overtake for the Grand Prix here? He had it momentarily, then it was snatched away into turn 1, but now a lap later, can he take it away out? Can he use the traction? And that Danny at the back, he is holding on with these two. They might be slightly damaging. If he has any pain, he would not be able to use it because these two are just fighting and fighting ahead of him. Would not be beneficial. In the naps if he has any pain. If he can't get past one of these at least, then I don't think he's worrying in the slightest. We are now approaching another overtake attempt into turn 1 by Strictly, or will he get the move done before the braking zone? We'll find out in roughly 15 seconds which is the case. Gaining, pulls to the inside and tries to go down the inside. However, due to the nature of turn 1, he's not able to send a proper move. Down into turn 2 though, he is able to send a move. Bit of argy-bargy, forces Jaden off the track, but Danny also went off the track, and Danny has a penalty. These three spicing it up for everyone. Simon Drake in the lead, Danny wide again. So not only has a 3 second, he is struggling to keep on track on these tyres as of now. But I think Jaden might not be so lucky as well. Jaden did get a penalty, he definitely got that whole incident of down the inside of turn 2 might be eventually looked at by the stewards. For a second I thought Jaden's front left is punctured, but I think that was by the top 3 there. It's very early into the pit lane, so he's not even done half the race on those tyres. As Frankie, well, Frankie has retired from the Grand Prix, despite being in 4th. So that allows Naris to inherit the position. Naris now has the fastest lap of the race. What happened there? Unfortunate, I guess. Anyway, we might see the first of the hard runners boxing. If you've been lap 16 and 17 right now, their three are separated by less than a second. Will one of these be the first to pull the trigger and dive onto dive? And he is the only one out of the three who boxes. Puts the speed limiter down. He doesn't get a speeding penalty, and that should, at least off my 30 IQ brain, be his only visit to his mechanics as he bolts the mediums on. That allows for Naris to at least jump him. Sasaras jumps him. It'll be Stella versus Jaden coming out of the pit lane now. It might be neck and neck, or it might be anticipated. It's much further than anticipated. Jaden drops down to 7th. However, he does have the medium tyres to fall back upon, and he's got Red Fire Tiger in his sights on 4 lap old hards. This could get tasty. The two do have penalties. I think they're seconds, so between them two, nothing changes. In the grand scheme, it cost them a place or two. Because we saw how close the top 3 were before Jaden's pit stop. Boxing, no, so they're sticking out 18 laps in to go. And for a second I thought I was booted out of the party again, which would have not been fun. A bit of fun to basically, going off provisionals. If Samuel Drake Lee wins this, it'll be his first win in 2 seasons, I believe. I don't think he won last season. He got a pole. I'm not sure I remember him winning. If Danny wins, then he becomes 2 or more races. If Naris wins, it's his 6th in 7. There's Red Fire Tiger gets a 3-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. He's currently in a between Stelios and Jaden, and one's got worse tyres, the other one's got better tyres, so he might have to judge his fights well for the next 12 laps, or just over 11 laps. Will any of these two be boxing? They are both in at the same time. Will we see a Sebastian Vettel moment? We won't, but the gap has certainly increased. The soon might be coming out closer than you expect. Pretty much identical time out from Danny time, but the game's netcode won't let him be inside of Samuel Drake Lee's car. Jaden says the fastest lap, and Jaden is currently on the back of Red Fire Tiger. No shit, who else would he on the back of? I think everyone's made their schedule. Jaden trying to use the traction to beat Fire out onto the outside, but I think no battery did also play into that. So far, half the grid has penalties and the other half doesn't. Down, that's peculiar braking. That's a peculiar overtaking spot. That would be position, as they are side by side. Well, they were side by side at least. Red Fire Tiger decided to disappear from my perspective. So that's an overtake. So now it's even split. Top 4 do not have penalties. The bottom 4, in fact, do. As Naris will now begin. We are over 2/3 of the nice and comfortable. Hell, I can find him. Sasaras. Actually, I'm not trying to jinx it. If it stays like this, the first ever all Greek podium. Pretty standard. I missed it. Around the outside of Stelios goes Jaden. Podium gone. Yeah. Chit chat about the eclipse, which was absolutely overrated. We're back to I need to stop focusing on the lead because there's nothing that's going to happen in the lead that I'm going to be surprised about. The thing I will focus about is you potentially have a 5-way fight on the bracket. Stelios using the boost gets past Jaden into turn 1 as Blitz gets another penalty. Here we are then, the Audi versus the Mercedes. Two German manufacturers, very argy-bargy. This allows Red Fire Tiger to get in despite having a little bit of a snap on the exit of turn 2 here. 0% battery, bit of lift and coast, using that small straight mode to his advantage. Now into the only heavy braking zone. I would expect a lot of lift and coast for some of these drivers, but if you're defending, I think you don't want to be giving your opponents any breathing room at all. Into turn 7, weaving out. We massive lift from Stelios. Corner was a lift there, but Fire Tiger in the game. Jaden alongside Stelios into the right-hander. They're free wide into the triple right-hander. Jaden has to back out before he causes an absolutely audacious move. And now he is on the back of now onto the back. We've got 5 cars here separated by not that much, if you ask me. Stelios just on the side turns off the move. He can pull off the move. Can he move? So Red Fire around the outside turn 1 overtakes the Audi of Stelios. And now 4 cars here, 2 Ferraris, an Audi and a Mercedes. Stelios down the inside into turn 4. He is giving it his all here, but he has to give way for the faster Ferrari, who is on faster, fresher tyres. There's all this commotion. Meanwhile, Sammy Drake trying to get tasty with Jaden around the outside. I don't know if my lag is quite ruining it. It's a lovely perspective of these two fighting. The two German manufacturers side by side. Jaden trying to go down the inside of Stelios into turn 7. Can't make the move, but that to get his way into the fight. So, podium is Naris, Sassaras, Stelios, but it can all change in the matter of a second, just like it did there. Jaden takes the final spot preliminarily, as Sammy Drake Lee also gets his way down. No contact, but still side by side to lift off to not cause a Silverstone 21 moment. Danny trying to happen there. Stelios very wide. Just is damage, bit of contact there with Danny. What Dan would have happened between these two, but I think that loss as Stelios retires on track. Central opponent out, but Blitz points, so who cares? So now it's another fastest lap as he keeps pumping out lap by lap. Here we are. We have a fight for the podium between the two Ferraris, really. Jaden as well. Down the inside of turn 1. Samuel Drake on his knees as hard and he hits it. Absolutely. And he complete the move for 3rd. However, with penalties, it will be down to 4 as it stands. Down to 6, the outside way. So this is the only real piece of entertainment we've got. We've got a 3-way fight for the final step of the podium. However, let's be honest. With 5.5 laps to go, it will be also he should take the final spot on the podium. Let's just look at the penalty detail. So those two ahead both have 3 seconds. So all Jaden has to do is really just stay with them. He's got 100% boost, so he should be fine in this next sequence of events. However, those mediums, just like Sammy Drake's, could absolutely rummage him here. That's been quite an interesting race. Apart from a driver slightly crashing out, tried going around the outside. The inside is out. No. I don't have him added. Or have I the one who's lagged out? Am I the one who's lagged out? I don't know if I'm the one who lagged out. That Sasaras is out. I can't invite him. I don't have it. Oh, no! No, that can't, no. I don't even have it added, I can't even help him. I've got my hands tied. He has just had a podium ripped away from his grasp. Because of probably my connection, let's be honest. That's just evil. If it's my connection, then I deeply apologize, but Jaden getting feisty with fight. I can't even see the fight. My connection's on the drain. No. This cannot be happening. No. Right, Jaden gets past fire, but right now, well, Jaden's past fight. He's now got a 3-second margin to Simon Drake Lee. So this is really the fight for third. Simon Drake Lee is absolutely... What's my stream? Because I feel... What's my stream? It's like bugging out every other like section. It says communicating online services this whole time. Oh my god, the quality is woeful. Oh my god. Nah, I can't, no. Can I, like, worsen the stream quality in my fucking stream? More options. Resolution. Might have to knock it down to 480 just to try and save it. Oh god, I've ruined everything. Nah, this, no. I think Sasaras is back, but I feel so bad. He's just lost the podium because of my internet. Unless it's not his internet. Meanwhile, Naris will begin the penultimate lap. He's got a comfortable, healthy 13-second margin over the car behind in Samuel Drake Lee as he begins the penultimate lap, but behind the fight for the final step on the podium. Or it can also be on the second step, because Jaden has to make up a second in the last 2 laps to stand on the second step of the podium. And all he has to do is not get a warning or a penalty in any way, shape or form. So it should be simple, but it could also be quite evil in disguise. As Sasaras, for his misfortunes, does set the fastest lap of the race. Anyway, as Naris rounds the corner for the final corner for the penultimate time as he begins the final lap of this race, as Mike has just what the hell's just happened? Some things just happened. No. So we should be back. Anyway, Red Fire Tiger down the inside of turn 1. And Jaden side by side. They're trying to pull it side by side. Room is left. Down the inside of turn 2, Jaden does go. These two are fighting. But it probably won't be to any avail, because Jaden will have the upper hand in terms of not having a penalty. But Fire can always get his penalty removed. As down the inside goes Jaden. These two still fighting, even though it probably won't mean anything come 30 seconds time. But I think we might have to cut away for a slight second, and because this guy has been absolutely impeccable this whole weekend. He qualified on pole. He didn't lead every single lap. His friends got the fastest lap, but 6 times in 7 races, Naris wins. He now wins in Qatar, and he extends his championship lead by a further 13 points to Red Fire Tiger. But in second place, Samuel Drake Leah's first podium in season 14, as behind him, Red Fire Tiger will finish 3rd on track. It will be Jaden who rounds out the podium with Red and Fire in 4th. Behind him, Danny in 5th, who had a bit of a misfortune with Stelios a few laps before the end. Sasaras in 6th, extremely unfortunate with the disconnect. Did run out of fuel on the line. I do feel deathly sorry for potentially causing his disconnect. Blitz, I think it is a career best finish of 7th. I think the circumstances of him getting it are slightly dodgy, but, you know, points are points. Well, that's the race. Props to anyone who stayed throughout the whole race. Congrats to Naris. That's his 6th win in 7 races. 7. Samuel Drake Leah's first podium of the season. Jaden, consistent again, as Fire only misses out on the podium due to a 3-second time penalty. I have been your commentator. My internet is absolute fucking horseshit. Goodbye.